Hello, hello. How are we doing today? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, Rue, Fused. What is up? What is up? So, hopefully we can, get some more endings today. I've come to... Wait, what? Hold on a second. So... The coffee that I have in the house is really bad, and I feel like the only way to make it palatable is to drink it as iced coffee, so I'm not caffeinated yet. It is currently cooling down in the freezer. Also, I've been sleeping... I feel like I've been sleeping in a lot. I meant to get up earlier today and, like, work on some editing and stuff, and, just, like, raw didn't do that, which is very unfortunate. Also, I think being on the title screen is, lagging me a lot because of all the shit that they have loaded. So I'm gonna hit the continue, just so that it's going, and not on the title screen where my graphics card is dying. New phase gen? Yo? Do I need to, like, look at this? New phase. Oh, sorry, just the names. Just the names? Is it anybody, like, just joining? Anybody we know? That's okay. I'll wait a little bit. Cool. I mean, like, what names do we have currently? What? What? Wait. What? Like... Wait, hold on a second. Like, is she joining with the IP as Rosemi? Because that's crazy. There's no way they would let that happen. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. I was gonna say. I was like, did she manage to, like, retain her IP and then... I don't know. Has she left yet? I haven't really kept up a whole lot with the going-ons at Niji-sanji, so... Also, I'm not familiar with this person. Who is this? I feel like I've seen this person before, but I don't actually know who they are. Niana Banyana? Yeah, I don't think I'm familiar with this person. She did leave. She left like 2 months ago. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I need to continue seeing the... the wave after wave after wave of people leaving. I think I'm good. We jumped ship, brother. We jumped ship. Dare I ask who is still there? Who is still there and still streaming? Oh, God. My goodness. Yeah. Oh, I guess the other thing I should say is that I've been, so, for some reason, it's like cold. Or I guess it's just kind of getting cold itself. Cold. It's getting kind of cold, as it does in the fall. And, I actually used a duvet. I normally don't. So I had a duvet last night, and that might have been part of why I just kept sleeping. I could not beat the strength of the duvet. It was weighing me down. Vox, Anna, and Luca, the clique itself. Oh, is that what we've established? What we've boiled it down to? I think, my understanding, I mean, this is like very old information, but my understanding was that it could have been, potentially was, I suppose it could have been like anybody, right? Just a clique of people, a larger clique of people, a Vendilion clique of people. Clique. Sorry, I think it's just pronounced click, right? Had Lyria and Millie in it. I think Edda was also in there. Which I suppose to some extent is also sort of like sad, if that makes sense. Because I feel like, I'm like, oh my goodness, Anna is just this like sassy bird lady who has depression. Cool, I'm gonna watch them. Anna graduate? What? Okay, I'm just so far behind. Wait, so wait, but if she graduates, so she's Anna Alouette graduation. When the fuck did this happen? This was 4 months ago! Wait, what? Oh, sorry, Reimu. Okay, yeah. And I was like, I think Reimu as well. Anyways, the point is that I thought she was funny and relatable. But it turns out that those conditions also could just make you a mean girl, potentially. It be what it do, you know what I mean? It be what it do, use. But new face stuff sounds exciting. Please feel free to let me know when there is something that I can watch about them, so I can be like, wow, new VTuber. New VTuber, send head pat. Okay, but we are playing Silent Hill today, so we'll just get into it as I continue reading all the stuff that Rue sends me. And I want to say I don't have as much time today because I want to go to F&M, and also my friends might be going there a little bit early, but I might also just like take the time to finish the thing. So, but my understanding is that this is sort of towards the end of the game, so hopefully we can like get that done. Unless there's like a whole bunch of stuff that we like can't do thing. Faith No More are touring Friday Night Magic at my local game store. So, can I go back over here? Apparently we messed up the UFO ending, Rue. Like, apparently I can't do that anymore. Niji perhaps was the first place of entry into the VTubing world, and now they're falling apart. I would say deserved. Yeah, I'm gonna say it every time. Every single time we talk about Niji, because I as if a way to knock on wood that I'm eternally grateful that they did not respond to my application. What ending are you going for this time? So we are currently in the middle of doing, I think, just whatever generically the New Game Plus ending is, where we need to find the statues and do the statues and cleanse the sword or not cleanse the sword or whatever, which I'm sure if we make a save state for that, before we do or do not do that action, we can get both endings. I'm assuming that's the thought. But yeah, just because I'm not fully cognizant yet, are we good to proceed to keep going? Because we have to find one more statue. So at least you didn't also apply to be Shoujo. Yes. At least I didn't also apply to VShojo. The thing is, I mean, right, there was the whole thing with the application process or whatever for them. Of it's like, yeah, so a bunch of people made it through the application process. Just kidding, we're having someone else. Just kidding, we're gonna get someone else. Could you imagine if I applied and then that happened? It'd be so funny. But, I mean, aside from that, you know, as far as my journey as a content creator, I think I can appreciate where I am at right now. I think I want to continue with the current goals that I have, which are basically keep up the current content production schedule that I have, which I'm currently already falling behind on. I wanted to... I mean, like, part of my problem is that I feel like the second half of... basically, there's another hour of LD stuff recorded from last session that I didn't include because I didn't have the time to finish it. And also that I felt like at the time of recording, I made a stopping point because I was like, I don't know if I want to keep going. And then I kept going for a little bit. But based on the footage that I've reviewed so far, I think I was like maybe not as focused. So I'm debating whether I just like start a new recording and be like, this is how much I've updated the map. Also, we're starting here. And then just like go from there. But I'll figure it out. Aside from that, I want to make a short every day. That's the other half. And then apparently people are obsessed with yellow paint. Oh my god. I'm actually so tilted because I was like, dude, my favorite thing, you want to know what my favorite thing is? My favorite thing is that my most viewed short is the one with the exclamation point bonk. That's, you know, that's the one that I'm like, thank God. Thank God there is still humor in the world that I can talk about Labyrinth face sitting, and the joke is that you just like slapstick, take a stick out and whack my face with it. That's it. That's all. The world is healing. But that is no longer the most viewed short. People are just fucking obsessed with yellow paint. And also, like, based on the comments, I guess, like, I don't know if I didn't sound sarcastic enough, or maybe, like, it was too mixed. But it felt like half of the people actually think I was mad at the fact that the paint was yellow. Like, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. Yeah, we need a VTuber branded Monopoly game where one of the cards says, you made it to the VShojo edition finals. Collect 500 hush money! That is hilarious. This is great. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff. Let us proceed. We're on a hill. It's so silent. We're on the silent hill. Did you know that this is perhaps the hill that is silent? What about it is silent? It's part of the zeitgeist. Derogatory! Yeah, yes. Yes, it is. It is, in fact. Oh. Did I go in here last time? Why is it so dark? I wish I had a lantern. I wish I just had a lantern that I could have. Actually, I wonder if the lantern was maybe like a piece of equipment that they gave you in Fogtown. And then, like, maybe they designed more gameplay around just like that in Fogtown. And then they were like, I don't know. Like on a much earlier stage of development, I'm just wondering. So. Yellow paint, buzzword detected, initiating talking points, disengaging any critical thinking. Yeah, basically. I mean, you know, I can't I can't exactly judge too harshly, right? I obviously have an opinion on it, but I do also think that it's not so abrasive, I guess. In the sense that, I understand why it bothers people, and I think that we can do better. But also, it's really annoying. It's the problem. I guess that's the thing, right? Is that the problem I have is just that people are really annoying about it. That's all. A photo attached to a research journal. Okay. In the Edo period, lightning struck the divine tree, leading people to believe that its spiritual power was lost. They then turned to worship the next oldest object, the Inari statues. Thus, the people of Ebisu began worshipping Inari-sama. However, the sacred sword predates even the Inari faith, and if the oldest object was to become the next object of worship, then it should be the sacred sword. In other words, if the sacred sword is discovered, it will, without a doubt, undermine the very foundation of the local beliefs. Edo? Is it Edo? The Edo period? E. Isn't E and I, like, the sound flipped? As, God, I was gonna say in relation to. I was trying to think about it in my head. I don't know if what I'm saying is correct, though. Hi, Spyro, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're on the Silent Hill! Also, where is this? Do I know where this is? E is like yes, Edo, period. I is like each. Each. I think that's what I was thinking of, is that I is like E. How's the game so far? The game's been really fun. It is tragic. I will continue to disclaim that I'm really not a fan of horror games. Like, I just... like, I get it, but I just don't really like looking at horrible cyst monsters. Okay. But I think regardless, it's been fun. It's been a good game. I've enjoyed the story. The story's really good, in my opinion. And it's like, I don't know. I think there's like... what I'm gonna say is good horror, in my opinion, is like the horror that just makes you kind of sad, man. You know what I mean? It's just like tragic. And this story is definitely just kind of tragic. You'll see it eventually, the photo. Okay, so we dealt with one person. You should not watch a Takeshi... is it Miike film? Is it because they're like a me from the Wii? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I was actually thinking, like, oh, do I go back to see if there was like a weapon back there? But because I wasn't sure if I left any back down the path. But Markiplier also started a playthrough of this. True. How are the, I was gonna say old guards, older people. How are they doing Let's Plays nowadays? Do they just, like, upload 2-hour chunks? There's one creator I know who does it like 1 hour 30 at a time. Do 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 do. He's really done it this time. That husband of mine is always quick to brandish the knife around when he loses temper, but this time he went too far. He threw it at Hinako. Did he even stop for a second to think that what might happen if he mangled her face before she got married? Bro. I just don't know what's going through his head sometimes. Sorry, Kumiko. I know I'm always complaining to you. What if something happened to her face? Do 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 do. It's a good example of just tragic. Yeah. It's like, wow, this is horrible and terrifying because it's just sad. It's just sad. I'm sad. I'm going to continue being sad. Now it's been 2 weeks since I began taking Kakura Makakura. I've observed no significant physical changes. If anything, I've been falling asleep and waking with ease. I have lucid dreams an average of once every 2 days. When I do, I feel neither the passage of time nor exhaustion, which allows me to become lost in thought. However, today I was met with startling results. In my dream, there was another version of myself who spoke to me. Oh. Oh, it's indecipherable. I cut my foot on glass once and the response was, "Why do you get blood all over the carpet?" Damn. Damn, brother. Well, we found the thing. It's indecipherable. So, we have to find some... We have to find some knives in some trees. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah. So it's possible that we're just tripping this entire time? That all of this is just a bad trip? Can I get another axe or sledgehammer or something? Dad's old kitchen knife. Oh. Wait, was that the thing that I had to pick up? I was like, ooh, a knife. I'm excited. I love having a knife. Okay. She looks like she's been through a lot. What was it? Was it the blood everywhere or the back of my shirt ripped off? What part do you think? Come to us. Come to the divine tree. Okay, so let us go back. So is this where I need to save? Is this like where the story decision of whether I... Whoa. Just died. It being his tuna knife is fun. Sort of like his dreams decaying and turning into a thing he terrorizes with his family. Ah, shit, true. Yeah. Oh. Oh! 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 Now you need to make a split save after you pick up the sword before purifying it. Okay. Well, I guess that's kind of what I was wondering was... I don't know if it's going to ask me to purify right at the shrine. Also, wait. Why does it have the two... Oh, that's just my endings, I guess. It's like, are we going the right way? Damn, who put all this fog here, man? I can't see anything. It was me. I put the fog there. It's my mind. It's my dream. I'm a little loopy. I decided to make it harder for myself. The divine tree. I showed you my sacred sword. Please respond. Oh, damn. They're just giving it to us. This Persona 4 remake really took some liberties with the original story. The joke is that every story is about broken families and depression. An ancient sword that harbors a malevolent energy deep within its steel. Even if the blade chips, the mysterious power that resides in it will restore the weapon to its whole and unblemished state. Sweet. Sacred Sword. While it's sheathed, Sacred Sword will recover durability when you attack enemies using other weapons. While you cannot use the Sacred Sword to focus attack, your gauge will remain untouched if you attack while focusing. However, if you are attacked while in this state, you will automatically block the attack and be forced out of focus. You can perform a counter while wielding the Sacred Sword using right trigger so long as a counter is possible, even if you're already in the middle of an attack. Okay. The fog and other selves in small rural town. What the heck's happening on the Midnight Channel? That's that one, right? I haven't played Persona 4. I've considered it, though. I've considered it. There's so many things that I would play if I could... I was gonna say if I could stand to be. That makes it sound like I don't like being here. But, like... it is probably apparent that I'm getting a little tired. Okay. So, how do I purify it, I guess, is the question. Because we have the Crimson Water. Sacred Sword. Easily the strongest weapon in the game. Light attacking while focusing deals nuts damage plus stun and doesn't leave you especially vulnerable. Keep exploring and you'll see. Okay. Okay, come to the Vine Tree. Okay. So I'm just gonna continue saving over the current one until we get to something that's like, hey, you should purify us. Just purify us right now. Get another Omamori slot. They're remaking Persona 4 again, so maybe you can play that one in a few years. Cool. I've heard it's one of the ones that people really like. Like, Persona 4 is one of the good ones. But to be fair, I guess there's always someone who's like, no, all of it's pretty good. Make a second save just to be sure. That is a good call. I agree with that. I'm gonna do this. Just to be sure. Okay. Persona 4 Golden on PC was a port, so it was a re-release, not a remake. Oh, that's fair, that's fair. So if they remake it, you know, maybe they'll add a little bit to it or something like that. Only 1 and 2 are bad, in air quotes, and that's because they're old as fuck. Yeah, that's fair. I wonder if the stories in them are interesting enough that they could ever see a remake. But what I mean by, like, oh, they're gonna remake is like, there's... like, they can do a lot more with it. What the fuck is... I can't, dude. Every time it's like, damn, why the bootio? What the... Why they like that? Is it true this one plays like Dark Souls? Yeah, I would say so. I think that the dodge impulse is a little bit faster than Dark Souls and a little bit more forgiving. And I would dare to say a little bit clunkier, but if you want to have an example, here's an enemy. We're gonna try and counter hit him, but... Ooh. You can see it's like a little slow and chunkier than maybe standard Dark Souls. It plays a lot like Dark Souls 1, even with how slow and defensively based it is. Yeah, it's like you really have to, like, wait for a counterattack, probably. Oh. Is there something that I'm supposed to kill around here? Because that gate means there's an enemy, I think. Oh, right, we were just able to go this way. So if we wanted to, we could go kill that thing and then open the gate, but I don't know if we have to, so I'm not going to. Yeah, does that answer your question, Souls? Is the person asking about if this is a Souls game probably Soulsborne? Is it like, what is the relationship? I wonder. To make it more horrifying make sense. What is up here? Ah. I see. Is this perhaps where we do the purifying? Clunky equals scary, I think. I think that's a decent way of putting it, yeah. It's like, there's a scale of being able to fight back, right? And it's like, when you don't have super crazy, powerful, like, dodge impulses and, like, hyper fast action RPG elements, like, you feel a little bit more like a normal person, right? So, yeah. It's a good thing to point out. Good observation. It just... yeah, it makes you feel more vulnerable. Sorry, I'm just like... I was reviewing in my head. I'm like, we did make a save, right? We made a save. Oh, wait. Is there a save that's closer than this, though? But we made a save. We made a save. We made 2 saves, right? We saved in both things. I'm doubting myself now. I'm pretty sure we made a save. If anything, we just make a 3rd save slot and everything is fine. Okay, Blade. Go into the thing. Hey, Cat, welcome. Hey, Rookie, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Oh, you have a new deck. Oh, what are you playing? Hey, Spider-Man, welcome. Welcome. Branded? That is a deck? Okay, wait, so I said thank you, I don't need you anymore, and then I picked it up again. Why did I do that? Gonna get Malice as well? Really? Is Malice worth making after the bans? I feel like I haven't super been with it. Okay, I didn't read this. Shu's knowledge of medicine rivals that of a veteran pharmacist. From ingredients efficacy to the medicine that best matches your body, you name it and he'll be able to tell you. You can consult him with all of those pains that come up with growing up, like headaches and acne. And just like that, he'll recommend you medicine and also give you advice on daily lifestyle choices. Rumor got around that listening to Shu's advice really does make acne go away. Now he's really popular with the girls. I suffer from frequent headaches, so Shu gets me medicine based on my symptoms, and it really helps out. Okay. We ate you, Droki! Yeah, I really like that. I like telling that story a lot, because I feel like it doesn't... I can't fully capture the energy that my DM had, like, saying that line, but it was... The delivery was so clean. It is, like, burned into my mind. You don't need the curse, the anger. Okay, so it's a tutorial. How do you do this? Sorry, wait, is there actually like 30k gems in solo mode? I mean, I feel like I wouldn't want to do it, to be honest with you. Is Droki some inside joke? So I posted a short, and I also posted a video today of a clip of that. So you should go watch it. It's only a minute long, and I think it's very funny. Okay, while it is she, the Sacred Sword will recover durability. Once the Sacred Sword has been purified, it will no longer provide you with any protection. Likewise, it will no longer repair itself when sheathed. Instead, you will need to rely on toolkits to restore its durability. Yeah, it did. So, okay, so by it doesn't give you protection, what does that mean? Like, it doesn't give you the auto block thing? Now just a regular medium weapon with high damage and doesn't recover durability. Okay. Do I need it to not break by the end of the game? Oh, fuck. I like how this move is literally to punish backdashes, and I backdash into it every time. Okay, but yeah, so I can still use this sword. Like, it's still reasonable to use it. Sorry, what a shitty purification. I'm sure the cursed rage souls weren't too bad. Yeah, they were just fucking chilling, man. They're fine. Mom, can I have McDonald's? No. We have food at home. We're not stopping for McDonald's. Was the sword possessed? You purified it and all the cool stuff is gone. Bullet, this entire playthrough is just like, man, we can't take the red medicine. We can't have the cursed sword. Man, what the fuck is wrong with this? Ah, I hate it so much. All I want to do is do all the cool things. I keep taking all the cool things away. Oh, man. What's this game? I haven't seen it before. This is Silent Hill F. So we are in the late game of our second playthrough. So if this was something that you wanted to play yourself, I would highly recommend you play it instead of watching me play it. Because I think games are best experienced by playing them. This game sucks! Fire Emblem Risotto, the food at home. So I think we've already watched this. Is it different this time? Okay. So that's Kotoyuki. That's the person who is on the chalkboard. Who said, like, all his dreams are gonna come true, right? While the request for emergency transport was being made, I was left alone in the examination room with the patient. During this time, he briefly regained consciousness. When I rushed over and began calling his name, he responded, Kotoyuki, so that's my name. It's not uncommon for patients with high fevers to experience disorientation. However, this young boy did not show any signs of distress. He remained expressionless, his face like an unmoving mask. His eyes were blank and glassy, not unlike those of a doll. At the very least, I did not note the usual symptoms of fever-induced disorientation. Immediately after, he again lost consciousness as I did not accompany him. I do not know the details of what happened at the prefectural hospital. Although such an episode can likely be attributed to a temporary disturbance in the patient's memory, as a long-practicing physician of Ebisu, I cannot help but be reminded of the local phenomena, the fox possession. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if it was a fox mask person. Do I need to do much exploring right now? Again, I'm just trying to be aware of my own timeline. Do I need to do, like, exploring for the endings that I'm currently doing? And, or, I suppose, do I need to do exploring for the last ending? Because if I need to, like, fully explore everything for the last ending, then maybe I should just do it then? Oh my god. There's nothing in here. Nothing specific. As long as you don't take red capsules, you'll be good. Okay. In which case, I think I will just proceed. Because I know that we have, we still have, like, the dream sequence to go through. I'm assuming they're gonna make us do it again. And then we still have the, like, set of arena fights at the end, and that's, like, all of that will probably take a while. So... Oh, I can focus attack now, too. Interesting. Man. This place looks like shit. This place looks awful. Who put all of this everywhere? His strict mother's letter. My handsome boy, I know it's a little sudden, but we shall be moving tomorrow. I have also notified your teacher, so make sure to say goodbye to all your friends. I shall tell you everything at home. Oh. On the 21st, 13th, 13 Ebisu residents were brutally killed in broad daylight. The police department has yet to find the killer. This was a truly horrible incident. Police investigations pulled up nothing, and construction on the large-scale dam. Sorry, you pointed it out, and it's funny to me. The large-scale dam began soon after, drawing a whole new workforce to Ebisu that rapidly developed the town. Before long, everybody had forgotten about the mass murder. I, however, have not forgotten. There's something very peculiar about this incident. According to multiple eyewitness reports, the killer was a giant man over 2 meters tall who had covered himself head to toe in tree bark and roots fashioned into some kind of armor. On top of that, he also wore a Noah mask. He marched around the town preaching the following: you worship false idols, the foxes lead you astray, destroy their foul souls, I revere. If reverence is not given to the divine tree, then the water dragon shall arise once more to bring calamity upon this land. The man then proceeded to butcher everyone in his path with a katana. I'd wager that the perpetrator was some kind of divine tree faith fanatic. To the followers of the old practices, the transition of faith from the divine tree to the Inari statue is surely seen as an unforgivable act of blasphemy. It is entirely possible that the strange guise he wore was to replicate the giant monk who founded the religion in the Kamakura period. According to another eyewitness report, we also know what happened to the man in his final moments. This too, unsurprisingly, has been made out into some kind of divine happening. A thick fog swept in, and from it appeared a pack of eerily glowing foxes. They circled around the man surrounding him, and then everything was swallowed by the fog, leaving nothing behind. What a juvenile drivel. Well, as much as I like the combat in this game, I do agree with most that the section drags, though I feel it far less severe than others have made it out to be. Something peculiar about 13 unsolved mysteries? No fucking shit! Yeah, I think just the pacing in this section, right? Like... And it's entirely possible that the reason why I dislike the combat is because this section, like, dragged on for so long. I'm gonna make another one. So it's entirely possible that... Just because it dragged a little bit. Okay. But now that I know light attacks do more damage, we might be popping off on them. What a juvenile drivel. Look around you. That's not the craziest thing here. The entire town is gone. Well, I mean, obviously it's, like, not... You know, what is the context of this note, even in the first place? Okay, leave me alone. Leave me alone! Okay. I was gonna say, if this thing kills me, and I just spent, like, a whole bunch of time, whole bunch of light attacks trying to kill it, then I was gonna crash out. Okay, more to go. Oh, right. Wait, this isn't even the final stretch. We still have to do the entire residence. Can we go up the mountain yet? The evil residents, even. Why am I not using the counter? Because we're on story difficulty, and I don't really feel the need to pay a whole lot of attention to the combat. Also, now that you know how to use light attacks... Well, know to use light attacks. Yeah. You'll probably like the baseball more since it does a lot of damage on low durability. Okay, skip. So my question is, can I bring the sword and stab the big doll on floor 3? Because I feel like that'd be dank. That's not what I meant to do. I'd like to repair this. I'd like to repair it again. And then we're gonna not use it because I want to keep it. Okay, I don't remember this section. I know that there's a lot of stuff. I just want to make sure I get the stuff. So we need the calendar to put on the wall so that the door opens. And then we need to go to the other way, right? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I need to make sure that I don't lose that axe. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the... Where do I find the calendar? This is my parents' room. Divine water. Yeah, we're not even gonna bother going into the one room. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Do I even need to... Okay, it is missing. I was gonna say, we're on story difficulty, so some of the stuff might have changed, but... Now I can fight back, she says, carrying 4 other weapons. Yep. Okay, maybe we do need to go in here. Okay, maybe we don't need to go in here. Calendar. Calendar. Also... Calendar? Oh yeah, it might have been at the end of the hallway here. Give me this. Wait, did I open it? I think it's safe to assume that Hinako's parents are no longer here. Not exactly correct. There's a thing you should read in the room between the living room and the painting room. This room? Ah, I see, okay. Okay, Okay, my father had the courage to call out the town's religious group for the embezzlement of local taxes. He died in an accident shortly after, and those crooks claimed it as Inari-sama's divine punishment. I abandoned all faith and became an atheist from that day on. I don't believe in the gods or Buddha or divine punishment or stupid curses. Instead, I turned to research and I began delving into the local history of religion and folklore. My goal was to expose their precious faith for what it really was, a bunch of wild tales crafted to suit their manipulative needs, ultimately get my revenge. I write this journal like some kind of final message now due to my steadily deteriorating health. From the beginning of this month, my appetite has drastically deceased. Even after 3 weeks, I still don't get hungry, and any attempts to force down food simply result in vomiting. 2 days ago, I tried to eat some rice porridge to no avail. I threw it up soon after. More concerning was that there was something moving around in my vomit. It was the larva of a locust. Yesterday, I awoke in a sudden fit of choking coughs. Yeah, I spat out a grasshopper. There was a dozen other insects. I coughed up a bunch of bugs. I can't go to the doctor, so they would claim it's divine punishment. More bugs. Yep. Yeah, okay. Cool. I do remember that, yes. Shut up and go to the doctor. Religious people, when you don't do what they want. Yeah. Becomes an atheist, immediately gets cursed. Oh, man. Yeah, I do remember the person filled with bugs. Okay, what do we have to accomplish on the second floor? I don't remember. Because this place is huge. Oh, shit. Ah, I see. My mom would not have been able to read that. She's really squeamish around bugs. Yeah, I mean, I actively stopped reading it out loud because I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna skim this and move on. That's gross. So yeah, so was that the diary of the person who became the swordsman, or is that us? Or is that like a harrow of what we could become? Or like what is... Why is there a light here? Who became the swordsman? The person in the Diary of Revenge. Where they're like, I'm gonna prove to them that all of this is stupid. What swordsman? The person who slaughtered the town. With wearing the mask and stuff. But I guess the journal talked about how that happened. So that wouldn't make a lot of sense, right? Because they... Right? Wow. I just, like, got caught dodging there, I guess. Did it autosave or nah? Yeah, I mean, oh my god, for real? Me hoping there was an autosave. Me who got absolutely no autosave.
もしもし。
Yeah, my thought was that, okay, so hear me out. They said that the person wielding the sword was a fanatic, right? But what if instead they just, like, you know, as a way to get back at the people in the town, like, they just said whatever, right? Like, they could still be atheists, but then be like, I'm a fanatic of the divine tree, now you must die, right? I'm gonna do myself a favor because I literally can't see anything. I'm going to make it easier to see. Because I literally can't see shit in here, and I'm not having a good time. Oh god, it looks so bad. That doesn't really get back at them, sort of just confirms their beliefs. I suppose so. I do wish this game autosave less often. It made me even less scared of dying than usual. Okay, is there anything in here? Okay, what do I actually need to get done on these floors? Because I know I need the burner to get the thing. Oh, I think this is new.
そうだな。私もそうだと思ってた。ひなこ？すごい音が聞こえたけど。気のせいじゃない？全然知らない。あ、その服どうだった？可愛かったでしょ。言ったでしょ。私にそんな可愛いの似合うわけないって。だからさ、もうそういう服をもらってくるのやめてよね。恥ずかしいんだからさ。そうかい？じゃあよそにあげようかね。うん。それがいいよ。ひなこにとってもよく似合ってると思ったんだけど。
Oh, that's kind of sad.
は悪くない。私が望んだことなんだから。
Yeah, when you enter the Shimizu residence, you more or less lock in your ending, so almost every cutscene from this point on is new. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of sad. Because, like, I don't know if I've discussed this very, like, specifically before, but it's like, oh god, get out of here. But it's like, I need to focus for half a second just to not die. The game is too bright. Yeah, I turned off the shadow settings because I'm not fucking with this place right now, and I just want to, like, clear it. Because I remember the section taking a really long time, but also part of that was because I can't see shit. So I've literally turned off the shadows. Like okay, the thing that I was saying. You to some degree are conditioned by the expectations of people around you. It is up to you to choose what things you care about or don't care about based on whatever things you deem are important. I think it is unfortunate when someone ends up in a scenario where they, you know, like Hinako clearly doesn't feel great about her parents. Fucking horny guy. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that this entire place has so many fucking enemies in it, dude. Sorry if I'm crashing out, but like, goddamn, dude. There's just too much, man. Like, get out of here. Every hallway, like, 5 enemies. Okay. The conditioning of the people around you. And, I think that in many cases it's like, well, I appreciate the opinions of the people around me, so I want to have their thoughts in mind. It's not a huge problem. I should probably save. I think I'm going to continue making other saves because I don't remember which one is which. And yeah, that cutscene to me was basically like, well, I don't like what my parents are saying, so I'm going to listen to what Shu says instead. And it's like, that's unfortunate. You know? You just go from listening to one person to listening to another person, right? Not really making a decision for yourself. Big day is tomorrow. I can't back out. I'm scared. I want to run away. I don't get it. Why is it already here? Oh. Okay. Take this wax block. We also need the burner pipe, which I believe is over here. Shouldn't it be? It's like down this hallway. No. I suppose not. When the game is too dark, why is your solution not to turn up the brightness? Because I think the actual intention of the game is for it to be really dark. Maybe in the play, like, I think the only place that was actually too dark where I, like, unmanageably could not deal with it was the section where you kill your friends. But that's, like, the only place, I think, that actually had, like, a huge problem. Or that I had a huge problem. Here, it's more like, I'm just a little tired and not, like, yeah. Why is this any different? Because it's a different day. It's a different day and a different degree of severity. Take once after each meal and once before bed. Store in a cool, dry place. My god. So it just got worse. They're just like, take more. Just keep taking more. Moving the shadows, it's the same as turning up the brightness. Now only the game looks terrible as well. I suppose so. Maybe part of it was that I thought it was kind of funny. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. we did this in the one area, and I was like, oh man, it's pretty funny that turning off reflections just, like, completely fucks with the game graphics. I suppose what I was saying was that the degree by which I feel like doing one solution or another solution is simply based on the day. How I feel at the time. Yeah. Hard to say if she didn't make her own choice, but that happens a lot. Rebellion can just lock you into a different box. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was getting at, Unicorn. Okay, hold on a second. Wait, I want to see how goofy this room looks. And then I'll change it back if it's bothering you. Oh, God. That was a grab. Does this corridor of bottles remind you of any other area? Not particularly. Maybe the is it the Rinko area? Okay. What does this guy look like? Spooky eye. I should leave right away. Hold on a second. Oh, it's not repaired. Yeah, I think they're dolls. Like, if you look at this one, right, it kind of looks like a doll. Okay. This did not do anything. That also did not do anything. Alright. Let's check this first. It's fine. But it still had a tendency to break when it was on low. Brightness settings. Just gonna max it out. So we get the bird key from the bottom floor. In the first ending, Hinako ends up running through a corridor of red capsules that grows steadily larger. Oh! True, true, true. Behind you? Ah, yes, there we go. The propane tube. Yeah, because I felt like those two rooms were connected, but I guess they weren't. So is there anything else? We get the bird key by doing the thing. I haven't found the portrait, I suppose. The comparison makes more sense when you're under the false impression that it's the father sake bottles. Well, yeah, I mean, like, I guess it could still be that. Like, it could still be sake bottles because they look like it, even though they aren't, right? What do you think this room is? Parents' bedroom? But, like, not quite the parents' bedroom? It's definitely a couple's room. Is this my bedroom after I smashed the Foxman? I swear there was one more thing that I had to do. I don't know where the portrait is. It must have been on the second floor. Yeah, I mean, I think the enemies are maybe just, like, really beefy in this area. Okay, so this one for sure. Interpreted either as Hinako or Junko's old bedroom after they moved out, since it started messy and got cleaned up and stays clean forever. Yeah, are we able to go into that room? But yeah, it's like, it's the same room, but passage of time or whatever. Well, we definitely need to go to floor 3. Oh, fucking... Come on. Can't see shit. Hello. The fucking mix-up, dude. Is literally like... Aha, I'm going to raise my knife. Would you like to parry me? Just kidding, it was a grab. Get shit on. Just like out of healing items. Am I? Oh, I have like 70 divine waters that just aren't... So that's Ramune. This is just for sanity though, right? Yeah. What is the deal with the sword besides the endings? Yeah, it's the cursed sword of a dead clan. Yeah. Looking for a photo. Do not remember where the photo was. Oh yeah, that's a fair parallel. I did not think about. Oh, the sushi is in my inventory. How did I not see those? Maybe it's because I had to scroll past the 7 billion divine waters that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use these eventually. I'm gonna get to these eventually. Aha, my portrait.
この写真なんか見たことある気がする。思い出せない。
Like 12 bandages and 2 first aid kits. Yeah, I feel like my 70 billion divine waters is also not helping. Okay, let's enshrine this stuff. Not the sushi. I could probably, you know, enshrine some of the divine waters. They're in stacks of 3, right? Do we want to pull a gacha? Do a random omamori? Barely decreases stamina consumed by dodging, but you are unable to continuously dodge. Oh, that's interesting. You have Emma's? I do. I guess I also could have done that. But gotcha! But the gotcha! But gotcha fun! Oh, it's not foggy in here anymore. Wait, why is it not foggy in here? Oh, because I'm on floor 3. Thought I was on floor 1. That was floor 1, right? Why is this... Why'd the room change? Oh, because I didn't actually go in there yet. Got it. I didn't go into the swallow room. Whoops. Whoopsie. Oh, I think I also accidentally did this puzzle last time, and I wasn't sure. I think I, like... I flipped, like, this one and left that one flipped, and then I think the other ones were flipped normally. I think you missed a thing on the second layer, by the way. Hey, welcome. Thank you for the sub. Is there another hint to this one that I can get? Because I don't actually know. I don't know what I did last time. Oh, okay, got it. I see. Okay, I think I understand. See, that's why I didn't understand this last time. Okay. Okay, cool. See, that's cool to know because I didn't know why it happened the first time. Because I did by accident. I understand now, I got it. Okay, well, we have to go back to the top floor anyways because we didn't open the swallow key room. I think it might also be time for me to grab my coffee. What's the puzzle? So the people scratched out in the photo are the ones that you put upside down. And that makes a lot of sense. I just, like, my brain wasn't super activated the first time I did it, and then I completed it by accident, so I just, like, didn't understand. Oh, there's something I want to check, actually. Wait, hold on a second. God, I was hoping I could, like, scum that counter because I paused it. Or I paused right before it happened. The thing that I wanted to do was, like, I don't think I have the spider on. Maybe spider is better than this because I haven't really been dodging to much effectiveness. I mean, dodging in the boss fights is kind of fun, so. Get some tea. Anything else in here? Pressing A. Pressing A. Oh, was this, I think I remember this room. Yeah. This is the, balancing the scales. Okay. All to myself. Yeah, be fair to both of them. Oh, right, because this has a thing. Okay. Okay, sweet. Did that kind of randomly. Yeah, I'm good. Nothing there. The thing on the 3rd floor is we need the swallow key room. No, we're not there yet. Still gotta keep going. It's here. Yes. I'm inclined to agree.
全然知らない。本当に覚えてもなかった。
お父さん、いいじゃありませんか。何の文句があるんです？ひなこ、あんたはどう思ったの？
わかんないよ。全然わかんない。
そうよね。無理もないよ。心を落ち着けてじーっと考えてごらん。心の中のもう一人の自分にじっくりと相談するの。
私嫌だよ。嫌だ。嫌だ。絶対嫌だ。
どうしたの、ひなこ？
だって私お母さんのこと嫌いなんだもん。私お母さんのこと嫌い。お母さんみたいになりたくない。
Okay. That's interesting. So we needed to go in there to get the medal. cool. That's cool. Oh, steel pipe. Wait. Can I replace any of these? No, then I have two. Wait. I only have 3 weapons. Okay. We have 4. We have the one for free. But yeah, so that was like... I mean, we knew she harbored some resentment. And then it's interesting because it was never really followed up on. So... I guess that's more on display here. Just don't have any bandages. Which is interesting because I swear at one point I had like 12 or more. So we did the photos, we did the key, we did the scale. So I think that's all of them. Okay, did this hint change? I guess this did change. Set of scales, the sword was defeated and the fox reigned supreme. Taking the blackbird's right hand, the fox showed her the scales in his other hand. Now you must choose, Blackbird. Have you made your decision? Upon one side of the scales was the fox. On the other there was nothing. This puzzle is different for every ending? Okay. Fox, Blackbird, scales, nothing. So let's at least start with that. So we have Fox, Blackbird, scales, nothing. Need something like this. Taking the Blackbird's right hand. So this is the right. The fox took their right hand. I guess I don't have to go out of the thing, right? You must choose. Have you made your decision? Upon one side of the scales was the fox, and one side there was nothing. So maybe... on one side of the scales, there was the fox. On the other, there was... Is it like this instead? Fox, bird, scales, nothing. Ugh. The fox showed her the scales with their other hand. I mean, this is what makes sense to me, but it is clearly not right. Like, the fox has the scales. The bird is on one side, and there's nothing on the other side. So I don't actually know what they want from me. The blackbird's right hand. We also had this flipped. So it's like if this was the bird's right hand, and then the fox was holding it, taking the bird's right hand, the fox. Yeah, but how do I... So, like, now these are together, right? One side of the scales, fox, other side, nothing. Hey, welcome. Welcome to House Lyria. The scales, fox, nothing, bird. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm willing to just... What are we doing here? Like, we could just keep shifting these around, I guess. But, like... It's like, I don't know what it determines is the fox holding the scales on the person's hand, right? Is it oriented like this, maybe? Except it was in the right hand. Okay, got it. I think we ended up with the problem, or like I had that problem last time too, which was I'm just orienting it left to right, but it's vertical. So I had the idea. I actually like had kind of the right idea. It's just it was oriented the other way. All right, here we go. Okay, pine tree emblem.
シュウ君から電話だよ。
今いないって言って。
いるって言っちゃったよ。
じゃあ買い物に行ってるとか言っといてよ。
はいはい、わかったよ。
Okay. So if I try to leave, does something happen? Oh, I was so confused. Oh, okay, because the because last time I think the cutscene it felt like it triggered randomly, and it was because it's because I tried to leave last time.
それがあんたの選択なら、私はあんたに死んでもらう容赦しないからね。嫌ならあんたが生きたいっていう覚悟を見せてよ。決意を見せて。逃げるのではなく、耳を塞ぐのではなく、しっかり私を殺してあんたが生き残って、あんたこそ私を殺して私より幸せになれるっていう絶対に約束ができるの。怖いんでしょ本当は。怖いよ。私だってすごく怖い。でも今優しい人だっていつか変わるかもしれない。お父さんでさえ昔は笑ってたって言うんだよ。でも恐怖に怯えることは選択じゃない。目を開けろ。考えるのをやめるな。自分の幸せを誰かに決めさせるんじゃない。清水ひな子、お前はひなだが翼はある。私が勇気を与えるから。だからお前が翼をくれ。
Oh, gross. It's a key. Huh. Oh, and we can open the box now? Okay. Is this... Oh. When I look upon the moon, I cannot help but be reminded of your graceful form. Oh, how blessed I would be if we were gazing at the same moon right now, awaiting your answers, nothing short of pure bliss. This was again, Oh, so Kotayuki is the person that was messaging us, apparently. Yeah, for me, I thought the idea... I read what you said. I thought the idea of, like, the woman trying to take over my body had a lot to do with, like, just in general, the needing to grow up or, like, become the bride, like, becoming a new person. So, that's what how I read it, I suppose. Gonna dodge all this shit. Okay. This here. Yeah, and I think, like, in general, like, good stories, I mean, the underpin that, like, I think of is that, like, so good stories can be read a number of ways that can apply to many different people or, like, say many different things. I suppose the way that I think about it when that is the case is that, like, well, it turns out people's problems are more similar than people usually give credit for, right? The specific contexts of which are obviously, like have a degree of difference from person to person, and I think that that's fair to acknowledge. But also that it's, like, there's a lot of suffering to be had that has to do with, like, death of a version of a self, of a different version of that self. There's, like, a lot of pain with that in general. And I feel that. I get it. It's rough, man. It's rough out there. Okay, I think I'm gonna get my coffee so that I can be slightly more cognizant once I open this door. I'll be right back. Okay, I have my iced coffee. I've been slightly caffeinated. I already feel better. Oh, wait, what is this? Scribbled over. You remember what Hinako's mom called her back to the house for? For dinner, right? Dinner's ready? This is new. This is apparently the same. Alright, I don't have the rabbit thing equipped. Yeah, they're serving Shu, Rinko, and Sakako for dinner. Oh. That's gross. I didn't notice that part. That was... None of these are HP items, right? Okay, come on. Well, great. Yeah, so, no, the food looked gross because I thought we just had, like, a poor relationship with our father's cooking. And also that when the friends were dead, I thought that was just, because based on the first Hinako we talked to, it seemed more like... With spacing, Jesus. Yeah, my interpretation was that, you know, we finally came full circle on Hinako is, like, killed her friends, except in not the dream world. Like, killed them as a concept from her mind. Not that the parents were serving them. I was like, what? That seems very literal. She also screams at Rinko's name as some crushing noise happens in the background in that call. Yeah, I guess like what I thought of at the time. Well, I didn't think that much of it, but like in retrospect, you know, I could have thought that this has to do more with like, again, it's like the parents are serving them, and it's like my mind is destroying them in one way or another. If whether I think that's like my parents took them away from me by selling me off, right? Like, something like that, right? But to be honest with you, the first time around, I really just like didn't give it that much thought. There's apparently a new cutscene. What is new about this cutscene? Is this like an actually new cutscene? Because I remember this one being really long. It's like, drink this stuff. Now drink it again, like 5 more times. Is it a marriage drinking ritual? Oh, is it?
行こう。君のために用意した一番大切なものがある。
はい。
Okay, well, if there was a difference in that scene, I didn't notice it. The only difference was the brooch. Fucking goddamn it. Okay, so you said that this place doesn't take as long if you actually read the puzzle. So I'm gonna see if I can find the puzzle. They each drink 3 times. 3 can't be divided into 2, so the marriage will last forever. A nice idea in most contexts, but not this one. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a good question, right? Like, who knows if this is her literally getting married, or it's just like her concept thought of getting married, or growing up, or, you know, transgenderism for her. Like, all of those things being a change, or a thing that you could be fretting over in your mind. Prove your intent with the crest 3. Let the line of foxes guide you. Offer the crests and lay bare your soul. Okay, well, we need to find the crests. What's this one say? The black bird is in the cage at last. The satisfied fox spreads his fan. The white bird remains in a daze. All had been swept away as she slept. I'm guessing that one changes as per the thing, yes? Okay, so I don't see how any of that indicated which door I'm supposed to open. Yeah. That makes sense to me. So, how... The first one is guaranteed correct. Okay. No way she went through all of this, and all this time she wasn't even getting married. Well, again, like, this could just be her, like, projection of it, right? Like, it could not be... So sorry, by when you say the first one is guaranteed correct, do you mean, like, we need to... Because now there's a choice. Look at the fox. Okay. I'm looking at the fox. You already did the guaranteed correct. Okay. So what am I supposed to be determining from this fox? That fox is pointing at that door. Owie? What? Look at the fox. This sure is a fox. Look at its wound. It has a wound? It's shot. Oh. Do not fear. I was once you. So it's saying to go here. Yeah, I swear I went up to the fox the first time, and I looked at it, but I guess I didn't examine the wound or saw a wound or anything like that, so I didn't catch the pattern. It's the classic, like, I did not succeed the tutorial of something that was relatively obvious, but unfortunately that meant I literally wasted like 40 minutes trying to do this last time. A black sparrow. Okay, so do we go... Now look around this room. The line of the fox bear your soul. And this is the same. I mean, it looks the same. The candles are out there, and the candles are out there, so maybe to the one with the candles? Look at the tables. So this has an urn. This has a vase. The other tables. These tables? This is a table. This is also a table. Table. Days filled with tears, attachments cannot be forgotten so easily. Does that determine whether or not I'm going through this door or this door? Days of tears. You follow the scroll. You follow where the scroll is? This one's the trickiest one because you don't have a fox statue to guide you. Am I supposed to be figuring something out, though? Did it have to do with the scroll in the previous room? Like Days of Tears? Like, is it the blood marks? Thing is, like, this one getting dragged this way, but that doesn't really tell me much. With the fox scroll, not 100% sure. Okay, so I thought of that one last time. As in, like, in the last room, not last run. Let's try here. This is not the correct room, I'm pretty sure. This is one of the arena fights that waste your time. Right? Yeah, I definitely had to do, like, way too many of these, and I was crashing out about it. Yeah, I mean, we're on story difficulty. All of them are easy. I guess the one with the two horny guys is definitely, like, more annoying. This one's just blade dancers. So we can't go back. So it is only two. Which is better, this fox arm or the sword? They both do kind of similar things, I think. They have the same features, right? Yeah, okay, so... we have some foxes again. Yeah, it's like, what's the hint for this place? We have... we have foxes. Are they all facing the same direction? They aren't. Scrolls? There's a fox pointing to this one. That fox is not pointing to any of them. That fox isn't pointing to any of them. So, this one, probably? Fox scrolls pointing to this one? The correct room in the last one had the blue and yellow scroll. Where did it have the blue and yellow scroll? I don't know if I understand. The scrolls are on the side. Is the expectation that, like, these scrolls are associated with that door like this? On the right of the door. Yeah, like that scroll. Currently the circle one. So it's like, this is a door with scrolls. So, like, I'm supposed to remember the scroll from the previous door. Scrolls by a door is for that door. Okay, well... okay, I will stop spinning around. I think this was the orientation where you type that message. So left here, of where I'm currently standing right now, to the left. So this one. I think we'll give it a shot. I love arena fights. have got to be my favorite. Seems I don't understand it still. I suppose so. I mean, I don't blame you. I am frustrated, but I want to make it very clear that, you know, I don't... This place really felt like it didn't give me any indication, and I still don't understand. I actually, frankly, think I might just, like, look it up. Because I wasted a lot of time here, dude. And I really, like, do not have the time today to be wasting time on this. Okay. So what is this chapter called? It's like... Mural Puzzle Guide. Okay, not this. Don't care about that. Story mode. Okay, don't care about that. These are all endings. Nope, that doesn't describe the thing. Huge spoilers. Okay, well, I was unable to find anything of use. And like 90% of everything just looked like spoilers. 1 second. Yeah. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick if you wanna send me something. As like, again, sorry, but I don't get it, man. I really desperately do not want to do a bunch of arena fights. Because I'm literally I seriously think I went into every single wrong room the first time, so I actually had to do like 20 of these. It was the worst. Good be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm back. Send you stuff while you're in the bathroom, lewd. What the? Yeah, I want Poi to send me more goated foot artwork. I'm still very appreciative of that. Ah, okay. Yeah, that was not... I'm gonna be completely honest with you, that was not... I would have never thought of that. That was, You have an injury that I can help you with? You have an injury here. The cocoon you will be, the silk we shall spin. Okay, well, we're turning into an insect. Yeah. I think what would have helped a lot with that is if the, So, like, I think I understand what they were getting at in the sense that the first room where you had to let the fox guide you, they just used the fox statue. So, like, they wanted to add a layer of complexity by going, oh, you have to use your focus vision in order to do the thing. But I think what would have been better is if they just introduced the fox statue and the focus vision at the same time. Like, if they put one of these walls, right? It only ever removes stuff, not summon it. Yeah, so if they put one of these walls, I think, and then they used this paper, like this same type of design, like blood, paper, the paper wall, right? At least put a talisman or something, because that's like the visual language. So if they put that like as a block, like if they put it as like a rectangle that was standing in place, and you go like, oh, what's that supposed to be? And then you use the focus vision and it transforms into the statue, then it's like, oh, okay, I have to use the vision in this area to find the fox statue, and the fox statue points me in the direction. So I think I did not feel like I was primed to use the vision, and it was like not even remotely on my mind. So I think that would have helped. Oh, I don't have any sanity. I was like, why am I not able to... Inari eyes, real lies. Yep. That just gives me sanity, right? Oh, a bandage. Thank God. Got a comb. Did you know the counter windows are quite a bit more generous on lower difficulties? Really? That's funny. Yeah, I mean, like, I think if I was playing this entire game as if it were Dark Souls and I was, like, really invested in the combat, we probably would be a bit better at it by now. But I think, particularly that even the, what's it called? Like, the counter... I'm having trouble expressing this. The counter window being random, for me, I feel like is the biggest, like, what are we doing here? It's like, I'm supposed to focus, and then either focus attack, or keep dodging until they give me a counter window, and it's like, I don't know, man. What is random about it? Well, it's not on every attack. It's only on certain attacks. So it's like, I can stand here and focus, and be like, is it gonna give me one of the attacks I can counter? Is it going to give me one of the attacks I can counter? Is it going to give me one of the attacks I can counter? It's like, you can... In basically every other game, except for ones where there are specifically unblockable attacks, right? Like, they are denoted by the fact that they cannot be countered, right? Like, it's like, here's a big red thing, and that means you can't counterattack it. You can just counter everything. Like, I want to be able to counter everything. But it's like only certain specific attacks, and then they can, like, mix you up and do a grab. Like, that literally happened today. Where it's like, I'm going to lift up my arm to stab you, and I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I could counter this. And then they just, like, went for the grab when I tried to, you know, heavy attack. So let's save. That's just you not recognizing the grab animation. Well, what about all the fast lunging attacks that also aren't counterable? I also did not play Sekiro. Did it have more of a mix-up on what is grabbable and what is not?
はい。ひなこはさなぎになります。
Those only hit you if your reaction time is bad or you stand right in the face of the enemy. You keep decent distance, those aren't especially hard to react to. Yeah, but can I counter them? Like, am I allowed to use the counter move on those attacks? Right? Like, the answer is no, right? Like, no, but you can dodge then attack? Yeah, and what I'm telling you is that in basically every other action RPG that I know of, you can just counter everything. And I'm saying that bothers me. Which, like, that doesn't have to bother you. And you could enjoy, like waiting for when you could get the opportunity to do the thing. And also, it's probably better suited for a survival horror game that, like, you can't... Like, you don't have powerful action RPG elements. What I'm saying is that, for me, it makes the combat drag a little bit. Yeah, what Unicorn said. Whereas it's like, I will try to EI slash 90% of the time, right? I think of it like attacks in Dark Souls. Some of them you can realistically punish with a combo, and some you can't. Yeah, I guess I'm... Yeah, to be fair, like, what I thought of was, oh, what about, like, Elden Ring, like, guard counters? But the thing is, like, there's some interplay to Elden Ring guard counters that are, like, you shouldn't guard counter certain things because you'll get punished. But, like, still the reality of it is that, like, you are allowed to do the counter. Which I guess the problem is, in this game, the counter is, like, a big deal. Like, you get, like, a stun. It's supposed to be incredibly powerful. Whereas, like, I'm just expecting, like, a decent counter so that I can use it instead of needing to, like, dodge. So, yeah. I don't know. What I'm saying, you know, is that I don't think, like, the combat itself is explicitly bad. Right? I don't think it is explicitly bad. But I do think there are some question marks to be had with stuff like that. Like, I think that's a bit of a question mark. Like, I could see in theory why you'd want to have it a particular way, but it doesn't... Like, there's a counter window there. First of all, I can't take it because I'm in the middle of an attack. But, like, when that guy's doing that big attack, for example, I think it is fun, to me, when you can try to get in, like, the risky counter in, like, a Souls-like game there. So it's like, it's doing its, like, rapid-fire jabs. But what you can do, like, a fun thing you can do is you can actually run at it, go for a plink, and then, like, try to get the counterattack. Right? And that's, like, kind of fun. But in this game, it's kind of like, well, you can sort of dodge behind it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend attacking it after that point. Because it will just keep flailing at you. Why does that enemy have 20 boobs? Because it's supposed to be a gross representation of what this person thinks a pregnant lady looks like. Or feels like, or whatever. This is a new cutscene, apparently. It's also like if you play Elden Ring with a shield, some attacks you need to dodge and some you can block. So you need to know the appropriate defensive option. Yeah, I suppose it's like a sliding scale, though, right? So it feels like in this game you have... It feels like you have dodge and you have parry, right? Like the counter is more like a parry than anything. I'm gonna watch this cutscene before I keep going. Okay. Yeah, so there's like... There's no block, except for the weapons that have block. The dodge is chunky. Like, you can't chain dodges very well. I guess you can do two, maybe. Yeah, it's like you can do two dodges in a row, which, like, I never cognizantly thought about. Right? So, the dodge, like, the iframes on the dodges feel actually fairly forgiving. I would like to know what the actual frame data is on it, but I don't. Yeah, the parry is weird. Well, I say parry, but like counterattack, because like it feels like the parry window is very small, despite the fact that like it gives you an indicator. So like in a Souls-like game, I actually feel like I'm allowed to parry. Like there's a very large window to parrying based on what the enemy's attack is. Whereas in this game, it feels like every attack that is particularly fast, you should be dodging with the dodge. And then you really need to be looking for the visual indicator when it tells you to counter. Right? But all of this is to say that, like, it feels like the combat system in this game is a lot more, like, restrictive. Like, you can't do interesting things. right? I can't choose, like, dodging something that you could have countered is, like, really quite bad. And then it's like, I can't counter things that I should just be dodging. And also, like, I guess I'll focus attack if they literally haven't done anything yet. But it's not necessarily what I want to be doing. So it's like an if not this, then focus attack. Instead of being like, well, what if I want to, like, parry them so that they're knocked off balance, but then charge a focus attack? Or something like that. Like, it doesn't feel very free form. So, I don't know. The sister she depended on telling her to give up is just sad. Yeah, so I guess that's, like, kind of my view on it. Or, like, that's what it feels like to me. And then that's all accompanied by, like, the system itself feels clunky. Which, again, we've agreed is, like, is a gameplay feature more than anything. Which I'm not disagreeing with. But, like, I guess to me, the thing that feels weird is that it's like, these all theoretically could be said as, like, theoretically sound. It just happens to be that when you actually play it, it's not very fun. And all the times that I have made something that is theoretically sound but just don't happen to be fun in practice, like, probably should have ended up changed. Because they're just not fun. But that's just, like, me, right? Usually, in a more robust set of playtest data, you would see a trend. Which, like, I could go ahead and say, like, well, there's a trend of people talking about how the combat isn't particularly compelling to them, but, you know, you happen to be one of the people who enjoys it. And then also, there's the fact that it's like, I understand that it can be enjoyable. That's why I'm, like, trying to not be like, no, it's just bad and ass and shut up. It's like, no, like, I can kind of see it, right? But I will keep reiterating that, like, when I'm playing it, it is, like, not very compelling to me. So, it's complicated. And then I see all the things like, oh, well, you have the, like, I like how there's risk reward to the sanity meter, not on the difficulty that I'm playing. I like the idea that you have to, like, kill things and then you have to choose between whether or not you want to stop to, like, fully finish the thing, or if you want to deal with the things that are surrounding you. And then it's like there's a skill testing thing that you have to do to, like, exit the beast mode before the full gauge is out. And then it's like, do I use my beast mode here, or do I, like, you know, there's an ultimate mode that, like, you get to choose when you go into the ultimate. It's just like, I don't know, man. All I can really say is that, like, in my musings, I can see why it'd be interesting, but also why it can't, like, could possibly not be interesting. And it just so happens that just so happens that I'm more on the axis that it is, like, not my jam. Like, just let me EI counter from Monster Hunter. Just let me do it. Right? Yeah, I guess what I would have wanted is, like, more answers to certain attacks. Because there's, like, there can be, like, 4 answers to one attack in Monster Hunter. And all of them are, like, pretty decent. But then for some people, that ends up becoming, like, well, there's one answer to the attack, and it's the sheathed EI slash, and I was supposed to prepare for it. It's like, okay, that's fine. But... And much in the same way that you're even describing, which is like, well, sometimes just, like, walking away a little bit is, like, sometimes just neutraling is correct. So, you know. Blackbird is in the cage at last. The satisfied fox spreads his fan. The white bird remains in a daze. All had been swept away as she slept. Is this a satisfied fox spreads his fan? The The white bird is in its cage. Or the black bird is in the cage. The white bird remains in a daze. Is this the cage? Like, are the lanterns cages or nah? Like, this definitely seems like the fox who is satisfyingly spreading their fan. So where... and it allowing me to... Not allowing me to just use the same answer to every attack. That's honestly my issue with Sekiro. Almost every attack, aside from like one per boss, the solution was just stand there and parry. Sure, yeah. I guess the thing with that, like something like Sekiro, is like it is the mastery of your one mechanic and how it applies to the situation. Whereas like what I'm trying to describe is like a fuzziness in the combat system. So it's like, here it feels a little too strict because you can only answer things in a particular way that feels clunky. Whereas, like, you know, I can do something a little bit off-kilter in something like Monhun or even Elden Ring. Whereas it's like, is this the answer that I want to be putting here? Well, it ends up being a trade. And it's like, okay, well, that trade was actually fine. But then, like, maybe it sets me off tempo for, like, the next boss attack. So, which I would say that the problem with Elden Ring is actually that, like, trades end up being very, very good later on in the game. Like, you press buttons that are really strong and then end up killing bosses. Or at least that's how I felt at the end of it. So, you know. But yeah, I want more fuzziness. Where answers can be, like, medium good. To me, it feels like the answers are good or bad. And they must be counter, but only when it's doing its thing. So. Okay. I don't know the answer to this one. The thing is in the cage. The black bird is in the cage. The fox spreads his fan. The white bird remains in a daze. I don't know which one of these looks the most dazed. The cage is the lantern below the carriage. Okay. Did I just have them the wrong way around? Yeah, the white bird is in a daze. So I guess this person isn't dazed. Is this person dazed? That person doesn't look particularly dazed. Is this person dazed? I mean, if it's a 3-digit code, right? And we should theoretically, if these are all correct. Guy on the ground? Was that the guy on the ground? That person just looked like they were walking.
これが君のものだ。
The lantern stick was slung over his shoulder. Oh, I see. Okay. I didn't notice.
さあ君も
Okay. This is apparently the same. This is apparently the same. He's the fog monster. At least pick up healing items on the way? I suppose so. I wanted to, like, not deal with the enemy encounters, but... Is there any more up here? The rest of the final bosses don't give you a phase where you get infinite healing. I don't know what phase that was. Because the final boss that I fought was like... It just killed you, right? Like, it set you to 1, and then after it set you to 1, it, Oh man, this guy actually, like, chased me all the way down. After you die twice on the first ending final boss, you get 99 red capsules and they fully heal you. I see. Well, that's probably the difference, is that the one time I died twice versus the final boss, I died immediately afterwards because I used all of my first aid kits on, Yeah, I used all of my first aid kits after they did the thing that's supposed to kill you. Like, it basically sets you to 1, and then I'm assuming they expect you to get hit by what happens immediately afterwards. Right? Can just run away from that attack? Yeah, the one where it splurts everywhere. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I was just hoping or assuming that it would, Oh, it's not really what I meant to do. Yeah, I was hoping it was gonna die. That's fine. Oh, that guy appeared out of nowhere. Oh, the final boss one where it sets you to 1. Oh, I see. It looked like the flowers were encroaching from the outside in, which is why I assumed you couldn't run away. But I guess you can just run away from it. Kind of funny. Damn, that guy chased me for a while. Chop. Hey, we had a healing items, huh? I really don't know why you can't use them from this menu. Oh, I guess... No, never mind. I immediately thought of why. It's because it requires time to consume the items. It's probably pretty obvious. The thing I was actually annoyed by was that I just, like, want to be able to use the thing. Rather than messing around in a menu. Does it still say it's us? Oh. Ugh. Should probably see if this is the same. I can't imagine. Oh, it is the same. That's interesting. Is apparently also the same.
どうか心安らかな日々を。
Is apparently also the same.
街が綺麗。
Don't believe the foxes. What do you mean? They're incredibly trustworthy people. Do not see what the problem is. Oh, wait, that was different. It said you're being manipulated. Don't come back? It's like, I saw that the first one was different, and I think I accidentally closed that one. Oh, that kind of sucks. Oh, it said you're being manipulated, come back to your house. The first one was different because on the first ending you didn't read the first one, you just ran past it. Yeah, I didn't know I could read it. This was definitely the first one that I read. Oh. I feel like that happened the first time as well. Was I just like did not. There was just a random body on the floor that I couldn't see. What happens when you burn out your sanity? Well, you simply don't have access to it. Right, this fight. This fight is optional? Oh, is it? In which case, I'm gonna run. There's no coming back. What? Well, that time I was actually waiting for it and I pressed the button and it didn't work. I'm sure I will be told about how I am 0.5 frames off of pressing the right trigger. Stop wasting my time. So true, girly. The thing is, like, I was holding down focus, so I thought it just, like, would happen. It's the same. Crush their skulls. Yeah, so not just me. Not just me. Okay. Let's do it. Well, because I have no repair kits. Pull out the steel pipe.
私はどこへ誘われてるの?
Hi there, doll.
今まで助けてくれてありがとう。
I don't want to get rid of my axe, though. I want a heavy weapon. I might find a repair kit. I'm glad this game tells you how to get other endings, because in previous games you can get different endings by accident. You are correct, boy. You are correct. You can just pick this up. I keep thinking that because I have 3, my slots are full, but the Hana does not take up a slot. Yeah, I mean... It's, don't look at the knife, it'll make you sad.
通さないつもりか? 上等だ.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. My computer's turning into a jet engine. We love those blue flames. I mean, it's really cool when it's not burning your graphics card out.
私のはず。邪魔するな。どけ。
Ugh. Hmm. Sledgehammer arena. Wait, there is one? There is one? Because I think I, like, just blasted the boss with the pipe last time. That sounds incorrect. Hold on a second. Let me make some offerings. I like 7 billion ancient tomes. Yeah, the difficult part about the fight last time was just that it took forever to kill it. But I think that's literally because I didn't, like, I was, whoa! Holy lag. Oh my god. You wanna know what's really funny about that is that the game isn't lagging on my screen, but it's lagging in the capture. That's so funny. Okay. Well. Yeah, but now that I know light attacks are useful, I think we're gonna do a lot better. Are there more things in this area? Oh, there are. Ooh, kitchen knife. Wait. Wait, that's actually maybe better than the crowbar. Yeah, I wish, honestly, I got all the Omomoris. Do you still have the katana? I do. This is apparently the same. Then we, like, desecrate the shrine. This is apparently new.
これは驚いた。まだ生き残っていようとは。
Is the only reason this is new because I have the pin, or would we have gotten the pin by now? Oh no, this is different. Yeah. Yeah. And this is again like the longer you hold on to your past self, the more the you that needs to grow up, get married, become a new person suffers.
ここはあなたがいてよい場所ではありません。このような日に、一体どこからこのようなつきものが。ひなこ、今払ってあげるから、少し待ちなさい。
Surprise, motherfucker. Yeah, I wasn't sure if this was split into two cutscenes, boy, because I remember us desecrating the altar. And then I thought I remembered there being another cutscene when, like, the actual bridal monster was revealed. But I guess, like, it's just one long cutscene and all of it is there, so... Oh, sorry, I put my controller down. So you can hear it vibrating on the table. Oh, maybe you can't actually hear the vibrating unless I'm talking. The controller was vibrating. I mean, if I wanted that to happen, I would have left it in my lap. But I didn't do that. I put it on the table. Oh.
それは違うよ。サクコもリンコもシュも奪い、お父さんもお母さんも会えないわけじゃない。子供の頃のようにいつでも会えるわけじゃないだけ。黙れ化け物め、私を返せ、奪ったすべてを返せ。ごめんね、私。でもあんたの気持ちはすべて私が受け止めてあげるから。
Hey, welcome.
この薬を飲みなさい。
This is our tripping the fuck out potion.
Kimi wa あのようなものに疲れてけなげに耐えていたのか。 よくもひな子に。死ね。ひな子、もう大丈夫だ。
Surprise, motherfucker.
どけ。どうしてそいつをかばう。お前を誰より守ると誓う俺よりどうして信じられるんだ。
シュウと一緒に昔のままの姿でずっといたかった。でも私もシュウもいつまでも同じではいられないんだ。
それは分かってる。でもどうしてそいつなんだ。どうしてだ。
シュウはいつまでも今のままでいようと言ってくれる。だけど琴雪さんは私と共に未来へ歩もうと言ってくれる。どちらも不安だった。どちらにも希望を感じた。もし本当にこの身を二つに引き裂くことができたなら、私は今だってその半分をお前の相棒として残していきたい気持ちでいるんだ。シュウ、
終われば。男としてこのままにはできない。
いえ、私に話させてください。
Yeah, I mean, my assumption, Poi, is that all of this, like this entire area isn't real. Like all of this isn't real. But I guess the thought in Fogtown is also all of that is not real. But
笑って祝福するつもりでいたんだ。でもできなかった。それどころか俺はお前に薬と偽って
それは
内なる自分と対話できる薬だが、体質によっては非常に危険な薬だ。
どうして
Thank you for the
そんな
bond.
ものを私に。
結婚を断って欲しかった。一番思ってるのは誰か気づいて欲しかった。俺は何言ってんだ。相棒の大切な日を祝福できなくて何が相棒ってんだくそ。
yeah, so what? This is the shoe is bad arc? Which we kind of got that assumption when it was like, choose to be yourself and make decisions for yourself. But also that's what I'm telling you.
幻滅してくれ。
She wanted you to go crazy? I wonder. Well, again, it's like... It's unclear if this was, real or not. And here's the shoe demon. I don't know to what degree this is true for Silent Hill F, but for Umineko, a lot of the mystery is to what all the fantastical things that happen are metaphors for both objects and actions. Oh hey, a Noah mask. Or no mask. So wait, am I gonna fight this in beast form and not with all of the cool shit that I got? But I wanted to use all the cool shit that I got. Was Shu the killer? Like he just killed everybody? Or he did a thing? I suppose he was also a proponent for, like, for medicine, whatever. The murders happened in 1880. Yeah, I guess the thing that I was thinking was, like, did the murders actually happen in 1880? Or was it... Yeah. Ow. The police say the suspect was a woman. No, that was in the first playthrough. We're talking about we found a journal that was like, people died when they were killed. I'm sad I don't get to use all my weapons, though. Alright, well, I can see a little bit of the silliness in this. We learned about the wedding? No, like the... Yeah, the wedding was the first ending. The thing we're referring to is a journal that we found on this playthrough. Fucking... What is the boss even called? The one in the Erd tree? Whale arrow looking ass. Oh yeah, I guess Ragon also does it. I was thinking of the whale that rained down stuff on you, but I guess that was more of a... It was a little different. The Elden Beast. Yeah.
私は女はこうあるべきっていう決めつけが嫌いだっただけで、だからって女に生まれたことまでも憎んだことはなかった。俺は勘違いしてる。お前を追い詰めていたのか。お前の気持ちは目を見りゃわかる。
I mean, this seems like a very healthy trauma processing session.
なぜ傷ついていたのかわからなかった。違う。シュウが気づかせてくれたんだ。私はお前のおかげでやっと生まれ変わることができた。
Minus the Weapon Master fight. Yeah, aside from killing each other. Guys, it's metaphorical. Guys, it's a metaphor. The part of the shoe part of her is the earliest memory she has of her friends, and also, you know, the things that she had internalized about, like, about that relationship. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of how I felt during the first fight. Just for the record, I feel like I've done, like, at least 70 focus attacks on this guy. I even, like, stun locked him, and he just, like, is not dying. Like, I've gone through all of my Ramune, and we're on, like, phase 3 now. This definitely feels like the first fight. As far as, dog, why are you so goddamn thick? Please stop. Please just die. Thank God. But yeah, it's like, this is, you know, it's really interesting because I think part of her identity being crafted around, like, the relationship she has with Shu, and being like, I'm gonna defy other people. Like, part of my identity is to defy other people. And a lot of that was due to Shu and her relationship with Shu. So, this is more like, yeah. The reason I think he looks like that monk might have looked is because he opposes a fox mask, and therefore the Inari faith, which both the Killer of 13 and the Big Monk were against. Yeah, I was wondering if there was a more direct parallel, Poi, but I think you're probably right. That it's just kind of like, you know, they're just slightly related. Rather than being, like, literally some kind of literal correlate.
琴幸さん、俺の相棒、あんたにしばらく預けるぜ。
しばらくのつもりはないのだが。
俺のひな子を不幸にしたら、100発殴ってやるからな。
ひな子は私のものだ。もはや君のものではないね。
いや、俺の相棒なんだから俺。
Okay, so I do want to, like, mention this for a second because, again, like, I think it is an interesting concept to put to the extremes, and, like, I understand that this person is, like, processing a lot of different things. Like, the character is processing a lot of different things. But I think it's really important to understand that, like, you don't have to let go of things in their entirety, right? Like, for a lot of people, what's helpful to them when they get older is, like, rediscovering their inner child, for example. But I think it's like, you don't, these things aren't in totality. And I think finding a way to, like, for example, the, you know, I'm going to go see my friends at F&M today. And something that I thought about a lot is that, like, there was a point in time where I stopped going to FNMs. I stopped, like, seeing my friends very often to, like, play card games and stuff like that. And the reality was that, like, you just have to put in a lot more time or effort to do those things, but it's not like you have to abandon it, right? So I get what they're saying here, but it's like, you can still be the IBO, right? Like, you can still go talk to your friends and be like, nothing's changed, gamers, like, we're here. So that was my only hang up in this scene, because Mr. Foxman is being very like, no, she's mine now, blah 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 blah. It's like, there's a balance in all things. So
のだ。貸してるだけだ。
人を物
again, like, it's like, shut up, shoot. Right?
扱いするな
That's what Fox Hinako said to normal Hinako.
世界で最も彼女のことを理解し大切にしようと思っている二人だ
Yeah, it's like, you can still go see them, it's just different, right? It's not the same anymore. It's a fist bump? We fist bumping? Oh, he has black nails and he has white nails. Suppose that makes sense.
天気雨
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Poi. I understand that there's, like, a temporal context to the thing that is happening here. I just wanted to make it clear for the purposes of, like, you know, how we interpret a story and to, like, what degree of usefulness. Of, like, I felt like it was important to be, like... Because I think it is something that people don't learn. Or, like, they abandon it for so long that, like, again, there's a phenomena that's, like, getting in touch with your inner child. It's like, that's, like, a phenomena that happens to people, which I don't think it needs to be. It's like, you have to look for the balance yourself, right? Alright, I'm going to skip the credits. I do need to go. So we'll just watch the cutscene. So the other one is we don't purify the sword, and then there's, like, the true ending. Can we check the conditions for the true ending? I did not. I didn't get an opportunity.
お母さんになりたくない。お母さんみたいになりたくない。
Yes, you can? Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's actually kind of interesting to me because, again, I feel the need to express that if there's a part that lives inside of you, like, it might be there for a reason. So I think it's appropriate to try and listen to that and be like, hey, that's a part of me. So I think the part of you that's, like, scared or doesn't want to become a particular way, like, exploring that is important, right? And perhaps, I don't know if the way that, like, the game is describing it as in, like, you have to kill it to move on. Like, it must die. It's like, maybe just not I don't know if that's like it, right? Because like I think on base this seems a little happier than the first one. Like she was at least able to find some happiness by changing her mask, you know what I mean? Probably impossible to live without fear of the unknown completely. Yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, she never really... Like, she never really overcame it, right? She killed it. And either due to the degree of which they're expressing it, it seems like not in a way that was particularly good. She became the bridal monster at the end, so she still discarded the old Hinako. Yeah, exactly. But I think the way she became the bridal monster here was a little bit more... Right, she's like, I'm ready for this. I can handle this. Let me handle this person. I got this. Like, seemed a little bit... Like, because she also wasn't on, like, heavily medicated and freaking out, right? So... What's with the possession, though? What do you mean, possession? Yeah, exactly, what Unicorn is saying, whereas it's like, you know, they give you the scare, and they make it like, no, I'm still scared, blah, blah, blah. Right, but it's kind of like... I think that's just them painting it a little bit more drastically. But to an extent, they were kind of forced to grow up, right, in a way. Both, like, time period contextual and maybe what she, like, felt like doing, so. It's pretty neat that they had it as a face mask, because again, like, I really like the idea of faces, or, like, masks. Probably in the way that I've described, like, lenses are really important, because, like, having a perspective is important, and then having, like, it's like, what mask do you have to wear? And then I think, you know, someone might say, like, well, I don't know. It's like masking as considered as like a negative mental trait is like considered bad, right? But in a way, it's like the context of what is surrounding you is like important. So it's not... It's just a frame of reference, rather than, like, I'm hiding something. I guess that's the thing, right? Is like, the mask is like you're hiding something. But it's more of like a contextual understanding of the things around you, I think, is more appropriate. Ryuze's story in Persona 4 is about positives of masking. Yeah, but ideally you don't kill the you without the mask. I agree. I'm just suggesting that it's interesting that they use the imagery of your face as a mask. Like the old you as a mask. Right? That again, it's like it's a frame of reference. So that's kind of like, it's neat. I'm just saying it's neat. Like, I'm not... I like the way that they've used masks several times in this story. Particularly with the reveal of your sister, I was like, whoa, that's cool. Because she went off and she just got happy. She just got happy wearing a nice little mask on her face. Didn't she? Which is, like, kind of tragic, right? So. Anyways. I won't be able to stream tomorrow. I think we should finish this. If I could ask you plainly, yeah, and she looks like a zombie. Yeah, Junko. Aside from needing to do that sequence again for the other ending, how long is it going to take to do this? Didn't take red capsules, purified the sacred sword, offered the brooch. How do we offer the brooch? The brooch? That's not brooch. Is that how you spell brooch? Spoilers for my thoughts on the other ending. I think it's way happier than this one, so I find it funny that keeping the rage is the better ending. You'll see when it's time. That is how you spell brooch? Okay. So this is what I want to ask, because I don't have time tomorrow. I don't think I'll have time on Sunday. And also, like, it was my intention to go to, like, a more regular streaming schedule, and also, eventually, I want to get to Silksong. So, yeah, I know this one basically shouldn't take that long, because it's, like, the meme ending. For this ending, do I need to, like, start over again? Like, from the very start? Or is my save split... is my split gonna be good for both of these endings? Or do we have to, like, run it back new game plus plus in order to do this one? You need to go new game plus plus with a save with 2 endings. I see. Okay. So it will be another playthrough. And there are significant differences, I'm gonna guess. Like, I can't do some of it offline and then prepare for the ending. Or, like, just do the ending section together. Because what I might do then is, I'm wondering if I schedule, like, 2 days for this. Because that's mostly what I'm thinking, is it's like, do I schedule 2 days or 1 day? And, like, how long do I want both of those days to be? Because if we go, like, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, one day Baldur's Gate, maybe can axe Master Duel. I don't really feel the need to start Silksong, though, until we've, like, finished this, so... Still only documents, but a few cutscenes. We wouldn't miss much if you play up until around where you made the split save offline. Okay. So, and then it gets pretty significantly different. Right, you said that the house is, like, kind of different each time, like, you learn new things, both in the My Room cutscene, and I'm assuming the cutscene where, in this one we were speaking to our mother with the pills. Well, we learned pretty significant stuff there. So maybe what I'll do is, let's schedule for Tuesday, and then we'll... Okay. We'll schedule for Tuesday. Wait, no, but I can't do it because we don't have New Game Plus Plus, right? Or, no, I have 2 endings. I have this ending and this ending, right? So if I start a New Game Plus with... I can go for this ending, right? Like right now, if I make a save file. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll keep the split that we have so that we can find this ending. And then I'll prepare a save file for around where we were at. And then we'll try to knock these 2 out on Tuesday because I'll have time. Again, because I'm actively going out of my way to make time for my friends. Because I have to do that. I say as if I have, like, a real job or responsibilities. But yeah. So, I'll prepare that for next time, and then we'll go Tuesday, we'll see if we can knock these 2 out. And then, you know, that'll probably be enough of a mental break where I'm not crashing out over the combat. Yeah, I was thinking in the middle of the fire arena fight that I was like... Yeah... trying to practice what I preach of, like, things will always be better if you try to find the joy in what is there instead of expecting something different. And I was like, I feel like I was getting the groove in the fire arena fight a little bit more about, like, you know, actually focusing, doing focus attacks or whatever. I know I was on story difficult, but at least I was like being more cognizant and paying attention. The shoe fight, though, unfortunately, was very clearly undermined by the difficulty setting. That I felt. I was like, damn, we're stunning him on every focus attack. That's just not fair. So there's nothing to do about that. What's the deal with the sword? Well, the sword is probably like symbolic in some way, right? It's unclear whether or not we have found the full context of it, because this one requires the purified sword. But yeah. Yeah. The sword probably represented hatred. She cleansed it and was happier. He still gets stunned by most focus attacks on every difficulty? Okay, fair. I thought, because you mentioned stun gauge for the Sukako fight, so I thought, oh, maybe it feels like he's not supposed to be getting chain stunned here. It is also funny to think about with, like, you know, survival horror games, but in general, games where you can accrue resources. Where if you are playing the game to a high degree of proficiency, not claiming that I was doing that, but, like, you know, it's not like we were chugging sanity potions, right? And it's like, wow, I have a lot of sanity potions. What am I going to do with those? Spam focus attacks in the final boss. Jeez, what am I going to do with my 99 HP potions in the final boss of Final Fantasy? Oh, man. But yeah, so I'm not going to be here this weekend. I'm actually not out of the castle. I'm just busy. So I could be here. But yeah, we'll resume on Tuesday. I think I'll make a schedule, probably. Because I want to get back to Baldur's Gate. I do still want to play Master Duel. They've been chill streams for me, so... He hates us! Ooh! That's right, I do. I hate all of you. I resonate with the Hinako that's the angry one, and I have hate in me. I hate all of the people around me. Oh! But yeah, I've appreciated the story, even though it's doing all of the disgusting horror things that I really don't like. But, you know, it's interesting. Let's finish it up next time, and, yeah. Okay, so, oh, another thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to get back to Elden Ring, because I've been playing it offline, but I've noticed that perhaps my goals for what I wanted to record offline have become overbearing, so maybe we just want to play it together, and then we can do a little more of what I was doing last time we played it, so. Alright, if you're still here, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching, thank you for being here, I appreciate your support, as always. Thanks again, Poi, by the way, for donating for this playthrough. I feel like, or I hope, this has been of value. It has been interesting. And the reason we get to play cool games like this is because I get support. So, appreciate that a lot. Alright. At least the marriage was better than the marriage scene in Umineko. Now that was gross. I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask. I'm not curious. I'm not going to look at it. I'm good. Okay, alright. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.